Rosie, good morning.
First-time home buyers. What's it like when your client is a first-time home buyer? Can you talk about that?
Exactly. It gets a little intimidating, and I think this discussion can even amount to people who have been in their homes for like 20, 25 years. It can be really intimidating. So even yesterday when we were dealing with a first-time home buyer, they're like, Mom has something to say, Dad has something to say, my friends have something to say. And you need to have the education and the information. So it's like a big purchase, and it's an exciting purchase, as well as though it can be intimidating and scary. And so it's all about just bringing back the information to that buyer and saying, what do I need to know so that I don't get overwhelmed?
Okay, grounding them with information.
Grounding them.
Okay, let's get right into it here. For first-time home buyers, what should they consider?
So the home itself, right?
Right.
So we need to create a plan for them. So if you're looking at your home, what is your plan? What are you going to have kids? Is it just going to be you, or is it going to be you and possibly a partner next to you? You need to know the location. You need to know the travel commute.
Yes, that's important. Yeah.
Right? Because some people, I remember many, many moons ago, I gave up like my dream job because my commute was actually 2 hours. So it just got to a point where I wasn't with my family anymore. So the home itself, what's important in the home? You need to create the want list versus the must-have list.
Okay.
It would be nice to have this, but I really need 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms.
Okay, you got to have that
office.
deal breaker list, right?
Yes.
Where you got to have this or else no go.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Next up, what else do you have here? So it's the home itself you have to consider, and then financial readiness.
This is something that even before you start shopping for a home, you need to know what you can afford. Because let's say, for example, you are pre-approved at $350. Sorry, $350,000.
Yeah,
exactly. $350,000. But then you start shopping for homes at $400,000. You get dismayed. You get like, but I wanted the home office. I wanted the finished basement. You need to know what your financial abilities are. In addition to the fact, and I will say this to the whole audience, you never want to be house poor. You never want to live paycheck to paycheck. We know right now it's difficult financially in the world right now with groceries and everything else. We do not need someone going, I can't afford dinner because I bought a house. We don't need that.
Yeah.
So every time I talk to my clients, if their budget is $500,000, I try and pull it back even to $450,000.
I was just about to ask you, I'm a first-time home buyer. I come to you, I tell you, this is my budget, maybe $400,000, or like you said, $350,000. Are you likely to, and then I describe the kind of home that I want, you see something on the market, you know of something on the market, that's $400,000. Are you likely to show that person that $400,000?
We have to have the conversation, right, Rosie? So if you and I are shopping, it's like, can you really afford $400,000? Because I do not want you the next year to going, this is too tight. There are so many financial discussions in regards to what are the hydro costs? Are you buying a condo? Are there condo fees? So it's really important to look at everything and not just the pretty house with the pretty finishes.
Okay, next up here, first-time home buyers, avoid common pitfalls. What are those common pitfalls?
Exactly what we were just talking about. The common pitfalls is not looking at the whole thing. So are you looking at the hydro bills? Are you looking at the the electricity bills? Are you looking at how to furnish the house, right? So you need to finish the whole picture. So, for example, we buy a home, but I have no furnishings. This is my brand new home. So you didn't think about that, right? Yeah. And so it gets a little much where you don't pay for 18 months, but you're still paying for it, right? The common pitfalls as well is if you're looking at a condo, condos are great because they're low maintenance, yet what are the monthly fees for that, right? Common pitfalls are also you saw the pretty picture, it looked like a beautiful home, and everything was perfect, but then maybe you have to, all of a sudden the oven goes.
Yes.
Or the
Right.
dishwasher goes.
Sure.
You have to give yourself a buffer in regards to giving yourself breathing space. In addition to, are you bringing fur babies in there? Because then maybe you have to add a fence.
Okay.
Maybe you have to add landscaping. So these are things, it's a pretty house. Think outside the box a little
Okay,
bit.
there's so much more that comes with that pretty house,
Absolutely.
right? Okay, and finally here, first-time home buyers need to consider mortgage prep?
Yes.
Okay.
So mortgage, a lot of people think, oh, I'm just going to talk to the bank. There are mortgage brokers, there are banks, but you have to have all your financing put together.
Okay.
There's a lot of work to be done. A lot of people don't realize how much work is involved with a mortgage prep. So you have to talk to your employer about getting that letter ready, talking about what your financing is like. So this actually takes time. It's not just a one visit.